I'll apologize to Santa Clara since I'm another part of the state. But thank you for that. And I think, you know, the heart, you talked about that human heart. Well, that's right core in the symbol of the caring force, because we know that that's where it starts. People that really care is what makes the difference. And we clearly know that you care. But we know that there may not be some who might not be quite in tune with their heart and what their heart is saying. So what I've asked Representative to do is if you would help us do maybe a little bit of a role play here of, well, how do you talk to that representative who you may not even know, may know them, may not know them, but how do you sort of get this on that priority list, right? Because that's, I think, what's we're hearing. We want to get on that priority list. So the representative is kind enough, he's going to role play and play the, human services work. And I'm going to, with your great indulgence, try to play the state representative role, which is going to be a major challenge. But anyway, we'll try it. So can we get a couple of chairs right up here? Because you're probably going to make an appointment, right? So you're going to call, hopefully you call a person in his office and you're going to say, well, my name is so-and-so, I'd like to see my representative. Make sure you get your representative.
Let me just break in here for a second.
Yeah.
About a week before the Caring Force rally, what you should be doing, okay? If you know you're going to be at the State House that day, or maybe 2 weeks before, say, I'm going to be at the State House on whatever the date is, April 9th. I am a constituent in representatives and senators, because you want to see both the rep and the senator district. You just say what your name and address is. And I would like an appointment to meet with him or her. That, you know, the magic words is, I am a constituent, and say your name and address. Okay, because people call up and they pretend to be constituents all the time, and they'll say, oh, I live at 2 Main Street. We know it's, you know, we know it's not for real. So, because let me tell you something, we'll check. We got a voter list to check. Okay. So, and then they should be happy to meet with. But make the appointment ahead of time, because if you just walk in on that day, you know, the odds aren't good. So try to make it ahead.
Well, that was the appointment. Okay, so now you've made this appointment, and you're there, and you're coming in, and so let's say I'm your representative, and you coming in, and I see on my schedule I have this guy named David Linsky, who I don't know. Okay, so you're coming in, you come in, and I say, hi, David. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Dave Linsky. Thank you very much for seeing me. I live in Natick.
Oh, well, have a seat. Have a seat. Now, I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm a busy guy. Yeah. You don't know, I'm a busy guy, so that gives a message that make it quick. So keep it succinct, right? So you got to be prepared. You can't go through, well, when I was 2 years old, this happened. Make it quick. Okay.
All right. So, well, thank you very much for meeting with me today. First, I want to say thank you. The reason I want to say thank you is that you really helped us out last year in a number of ways. You made it a budget priority when you met with Chairman Dempsey for the salary reserve. That was the first reason.
Oh, good. I'm glad we were able to help with that. That's important to me.
And then, when it got through the House, you were able to vote for it in the House. So I want to say thank you for that.
I appreciate that.
And then when the governor vetoed it, you first signed a letter to the speaker asking for the veto override. I want to say thank you for that. And then when the governor did veto it, you overrode the veto. You voted to do that, so I want to say thank you for that. And then when it looked like there was going to be a non-seat cut, you signed a letter to the speaker for that. So I want to say thank you for 5 different things that you did for us.
Hey, well, that's great. I'm glad that I was able to do it for you. But, you know, this is a different year now, and there's so many more challenges that are coming forward, and so many other things that I'm going to have to address. I mean, is this still important? I mean, is this, and why is it? Because I've got to compete with, right after you, I've got about 6 or 7 other people coming in, and they've got their things that they're interested in. I hope you understand. It's a big state. We've got a lot of things. So tell me why this is important.
Let me tell you why it's important. It's important for 3 different groups of people. The first and most important group is important to the people that we serve. I work in a group home, and I want to tell you a little bit about that, about what I do. It's important to both the people in the group home, my clients, and then it's also really important to their families, a lot of whom live in your district as well. And then it's important to me. So let me tell you a little bit about the drawing. I work in a group home, and there are 4 people who have very significant physical challenges. So I have to help them get dressed in the morning. I have to help them shower. I have to help them go to the bathroom. I have to help them with their meals. And I really try to, make their lives better. And I know that they appreciate it, but they can't speak for themselves. So I'm here to speak for them as well. And then also I know it's important to their families, because, the fact that we have these group homes where I'm and my coworkers are able to help take care of these people, it makes the families know that their loved ones, their family members, are being well taken care of, because they'd really be worrying about them. But it's a really tough job, and I really, it's so rewarding what I do, but, I get paid almost nothing for doing that. And as a result of that, I'm working a second job. I'm working at the 7-Eleven 3 or 4 shifts a week just to be able to pay my own bill. Because, I got to pay health insurance. I'm a single dad, and I've got a kid, and it's really tough. And I don't know how much longer I can do it. So what I'm asking you to do, Representative, is to remember the salary, because it doesn't help me much. It gives me a few extra bucks a week. It's only a few extra bucks a week, but it allows me to keep on working, because I don't know if I can do it without that. You've been really, really good in the past for us, but I need you to do it again and figure out some better way to do it. So what I'm asking you to do very specifically is that when you write your letter to Chairman Dempsey, and you meet with Chairman Dempsey, to ask for $16.8 million in the salary reserve line item, you make that one your priority. Because I know that if Chairman Dempsey hears from enough people, he'll do it, and the whole House will do it. It's important to me, it's important to the people that I work with every day, because I don't know how much longer I can do it if we don't get that salary. And it hurts the people that I work with, it hurts their families. There's a constant turnover, because then those families can't rest easy knowing that their family members are being well taken care of. So I really appreciate it if you could make that a priority. Can you do that for me?
Well, I'm going to take a look. You know how important this is, and how I've been there for a while. And I want to, if you've got some more information, if you can either give it to me or my age.
No,
my age.
give it to you
my
right
age,
now.
Sam. Sam, you can get in touch with her and just keep them involved. But let me ask you one other thing that I can make. Now, you say you represent probably a lot of other people in there. I think it's important that they hear from more voices than just mine out there, because that's how things work. So I would ask you to talk to your colleagues who are also in the group home and make sure they're doing the same thing and talking to their reps. So when I go in there and talk to the chairman, I want to be able to say, I want the chairman to know it's just not me that's talking about this. There's a whole lot of other representatives that are out there at the same time giving the same message and the same deal. And you think you can do that and pull that off?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because, everybody's, very committed, but they don't always have a lot of time, because they're like me, they're balancing their regular job, they're balancing the second job, they're balancing the kids and everything else. But I'll definitely ask them.
I'd ask them to do that. And the other thing that I think would be helpful if you invite them to come out to your programs and to see that, because I've been out there and seen your program, as you know, and talked to that, and that has made a world of difference in my understanding about what happens in human services. So I would ask you to invite your colleagues to make sure that their reps and senators are also visiting and coming in and seeing programs too. It makes a big difference in it. And I really appreciate the work that you're doing. I'm honored, and I think our community is honored to have people like you that are out there doing this work every day for working with not a lot of money. And I'll do whatever I can to make this and move this up a little further to see if we can push that going. So together, I think we can make this happen. If you got any other, concerns or issues, I'll make sure my aide is available to you at any time to talk about this and see what we can make happen.
All right.
Is that fair?
Thanks. Remember, 16.8 million.
Great job. Great job. We're going to employ you in the field here as a worker, right?
It's important, like I said, if you know you're going, make an appointment as soon as you can, because if you just walk in, it may not happen. But then, secondly, don't forget there's both a rep and a senator. You got to see. Sometimes people forget to go see the senators. So go do that. Okay.
Well, thank you. And we are so fortunate to have you as one of our
Thank you.
champions.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.